What's good, world? It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, and the making Syer Dutch reporting live from Dutchy land. As always, you know what I mean? Here to drop another word of wisdom on you. Uh, Part two of the depression and perception series that I got going. But in this video, I'm gonna get more in depth on my perspective of depression that leads to the negative perception on life, and you don't and how you can basically overcome that and not fall victim to it. You know what I mean? But first off, I'm gonna start with the definition of depression. You know what I mean? It's a mental health disorder characterized by a persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities, causing significant impairment in daily life. All right. Also, it is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Also, it's called clinical depression as well. You can be clinically diagnosed as depressed now. I mean, so they can give you medication and stuff for that if you feel like that's what you need. But in my opinion, you don't really need that. You could either truly get you some therapy, or just, you know what I mean, or find somebody you could talk to help you get work through your depression and get over those little humps, those little mental humps that you may be dealing with. But yes, it affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. Now, we all know we all know what the emotional problems of depression pretty much are. Like with the constant feeling of sadness, aloneness. You're always withdrawn. You don't like to hang out with your friends. You find every excuse to why you can't do something, like, and that also is a big problem because a lot of people feel like they can't reach out to their friends. If you feel like you can't reach out to your friend, then are they really your friend? You know what I mean? Or you can't even some people can't even talk to their family members because they don't feel as though they can confide certain information in them without being judged. And that can be a problem too in the family dynamic, because you don't want to talk to your mom or dad, or you feel more comfortable talking to your aunts and uncles, and, you know what I mean, your cousins or whatnot, about your business, about your personal issues that you may be going through. And that's not a problem at all. You know what I mean? Whoever you feel comfortable confiding in certain with certain information is cool. You know what I mean? But you should definitely want to be able to confide in your family. It's period, point blank. You should be able to communicate with your family about how you feel on things. Period, point blank. Whether they like your opinion or not. I mean, because in most cases, you may have a faulty opinion because your parents' opinion is faulty as well. But I'm not going to touch on that right now. But as for also other things that may play into your depression, I mean, the emotional side is the constant withdrawnness, where you always feel like you need to be alone. And sometimes it is good to be alone. You need that time to yourself to, recalibrate your day, or your mind, give your mind a break from the day-to-day grind that you may be going through, whether you're 9 to 5, or you're out here doing what you gotta do to survive. You know what I mean? But either way, you know what I mean, it all plays together, because you feel like you need to be alone. And sometimes you're being trapped in your thoughts for so long, or too much, is very unhealthy, because you start building up more stress habits, like I said in the previous video, where you start smoking and drinking and having sex, all types of crazy and whatnot, to relieve yourself of the mental stress that you're developing from the emotional depression that you're feeling. Because, you know what I mean, because you've lost homies out here in the streets. You lost girlfriends that you thought you loved. You know lost people's you lost family members over bull job, over stupid arguments, or motherfuckers owing you money. You know what I mean? It's simple nonsense that always can throw off your mental pattern and how you're really trying to work. So it can always, you know what I mean, always slow you up and get you put back into that state of depression where you feel like you need to go and do something to get yourself back out of the hump, and that's not the solution, man. You can't be out here risking your damn ass over nonsense, because that's not productive whatsoever for you or your family. Nobody wants to be constantly. You don't want to be that family member that everybody got to constantly bail out of jail and whatnot, man. We don't need those people. We don't need that in the community no more. Period. Point blank. We don't need that. People got to start being held more accountable for their actions, and it's clearly become it's clear because of the emotional and, you know what I mean, emotional depression and state that you're in mentally, that you feel like you need to do those things. But we can't continue to overlook this, and can't, yeah, I mean, we can't continue to have this going on in society, man. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for everyone else who's trying to raise their children out here in these streets and whatnot. Like, we shouldn't feel as though we gotta we shouldn't feel as though we got to be out here 24/7 just to make sure that our kids can go outside and play. You know what I mean, it's not like that. Life's not meant to be like that. We shouldn't be living in dodge. We shouldn't be living in a duck and dodge mind state, like, because because people are so depressed that they feel like they got to do some wild nonsense to alleviate themselves, like. And that's some very evil. That's some very evil shit, man. If you ask me. But and being that you constantly fall into these states of depression, it's not like I said in previously. It's not a problem for you to seek therapy, man. Seek therapy, whether it be actual therapy like AA meetings, NAs, all of the, you know what I mean, there are avenues for everyone to get the help that you need if you need it. You know what I mean? It's just about the communication, and it can seem scary. It can seem very pressure filled to communicate about the problems that you may be having, especially with somebody you really don't know. So that's why I'm saying that the best form of therapy, in my opinion, is just communicating with your family, whether it be your mom, your dad, your brothers or sisters, whoever you feel comfortable communicating with, that you can get that stress that you can get that stress that you've built up from your depression off of your shoulders, and you'll feel very much alleviated, and that could start leading to positive changes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people need positivity in their lives, and they don't. It could really seem like we don't get enough of that on a day-to-day basis. Whether it be a simple pat on the back, or something you telling your homie what's good, or checking up on them. You know what I mean? Just check up on people, man. Period. Point blank. It's that simple. You can. It's not hard to, especially nowadays with the internet, and everybody and their grandmama got a cell phone or a tablet, so it ain't hard to communicate with the people that you love, or feel like, hey man, I've been seeing you post some weird stuff on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, so on and so forth, talking all reckless, talking about you about the thinking about committing suicide. You've been posting this type of shit for the last like 4 days, bruh. We need to sit down and have a talk, man. Like, I care about you as your friend, man. We need to talk about that. You know what I mean? It's not hard to do that. G check, man. OG check, man. Check up on your OGs. Check up on your bros, your little bros. Check up on your people, man. Everybody, you gotta do that on a daily, not on a daily basis. I ain't gonna say that on a daily basis, because everybody has to live their life, man. You can I'm not I can't say that we have to be accountable for each other, but we live our own lives. We're our own beings, man. We are each our own beings, so we have to live our lives. But so it's not. It's all quarterly. I keep slipping up when I say that word. It's all quarter. But yeah, it all works hand in hand. So you just gotta get over that gap, but you gotta bridge that gap. You know what I mean? But once you get past the emotional problems that the depression causes, you know what I mean, and hopefully you're not suffering any of the physical problems where you might be, God forbid, cutting yourself, or you know what I mean, suffering from cancer or something, or ill form or ill illness, or constantly feeling sickly. You know what I mean, but the body, like I said, the stress will cause physical problems from your depression. Your emotional, mental depression is going to cause physical problems that you're going to feel. So, so it's best to always fight your demons head on, especially if you really seek that help or you want that help. But if you want to get into the perception part a little real quick, the definition of perception is the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. I mean, your eyes, feel, touch, taste, hear. You know what I mean? Five senses. I ain't say all five, but you know what I mean. The Because we got the sixth sense that a lot of people don't believe, but open your eyes if you know what I mean. But it's also perception is also the state of being or process of becoming aware of something through the senses, and a way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something. It's a mental impression, so an imprint that you get that you'll have off of your state of understanding, or the information that you're dealing with, whether from, you know what I mean, your senses. So if you're constantly feeling attacked, you're constantly feeling scared, you're constantly feeling pressure, you're constantly feeling like something's gonna always happen to you. You feel like you're always sad. You feel like no one likes to communicate with you. That's gonna give you that perception that, oh, no one likes me. I have no friends. I'm not cool. I'm a nerd. I can't even talk right. Sometimes I get nervous when I talk in public. Sometimes I get nervous when I talk to girls. Sometimes I get nervous when I even have to talk about how I feel. Sometimes you know what I mean? And that state of depression, that emotional depression that we constantly deal with, it'll always put out that perception of what you're feeling. Like you feeling sad all the damn time. Now so you're gonna start to feel like, nobody cares about how I feel. I don't get to cry. If you need a shoulder to cry on, man, there's nothing wrong. Like I said, with getting that therapy, talking to your folks, whatever you need to do to get that monkey off your back and get that information out that you feel needs to be put in the air, so you can get it smoothed over and move on with your life. You know what I mean? Life is to be lived and to learn, man. You gotta live and you gotta learn. If you ain't gonna learn, then you just gonna be sitting on a stump, man. Sitting on a stump somewhere, wishing that you could scrape together two pennies, and that's not a life that you want to live, man. Period. Point blank. So if you really want to get over this depression, it's all about changing your perception, man. You have to change your perception on life. Life is to be lived, man. You got to have fun. You got to enjoy the little things. Enjoying the little things will help you get over your depression, which will then change your perception. You know what I mean? Enjoying the little things. Go out with your friends when they invite you. Even if you don't got the money, sometimes you gotta let your friends know, man. Hey, I ain't got I ain't got the money. If you could spot me $20 for the night, you know what I mean? That could help. That could make the night, you know what I mean? And that could literally make a lot of people's night, and people don't even know it. $20. $20. 40 for the freaks, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But you know what I mean if you know what I mean. So it's all like I said, it all goes hand in hand. You gotta do what you gotta do to get past that hump that you may be consistently falling in. Like, and don't let the bickering get of relations get to you. Like whether it be hearing certain information from your parents or your loved one, or you know what I mean, or your family. Period. Don't don't do it. Indulge in the information. Go over it. Recycle that. Recycle it in your head. Let it go. Communicate. You know what I mean? It's that simple, man. Indulge in the information. Let it recycle, and then communicate. You'll feel so much better about it. I mean, sometimes you just gotta sit and listen, man. Just sit and listen, and that can help you. That can help you so much. Whether it be like I say, like conversation, man. Conversation is therapy. You gotta have conversation. It's the best way. It's the best way to open yourself up. And people, especially us black men, we're afraid to be vulnerable because we gotta uphold our tough guy image. It's our pride, man. It's our pride. We're kings. We were raised to be kings. So you know what I mean. It's our pride, but it's not it's not it's not a war. You know what I mean. You shouldn't be having no fucking wars. Uh, well, I don't know. A lot of wars have been started over words. But you know what I mean. You shouldn't be having no wars over words. If you, in my honest opinion, I mean, as long as you don't put your hands on me, as long as it don't get physical, man, we can have a war of words, period, point blank, all day, all night. You know what I mean, I could talk about your mama, you could talk about my mama, but my jokes is gonna be much more fire than yours. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna end this video right here. You know what I mean? Because I see it's getting a little bit long. So I'm gonna tap back in on this depression and perception in part 3, and that's gonna be coming probably probably in the end of the week, this next coming week. So just keep an eye out for that. You know what I mean? If you like the video, make sure you like the video, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the love that I've been receiving so far. Shouts out to all the new subscribers that I have so far. The people I know, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all's love so much. Everybody in the castle, shout y'all out. Pittsburgh, PA, what's going on? Everybody, shout out to the whole U.S., you know what I mean? Shouts out to the world, you know what I mean? We try to take over the world, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and your boy is out.